Revealing Jesus, releasing destinies. This is Celebration TV.
To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikule Amosu.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James, and it's many thanks for joining us. Quickly a look at the news making the rounds for today. Nigeria at 60, federal government shuts down federal secretariat commencing today. From Kenya, Kenyatta visits Paris to sign major contracts. Presidential debate updates, Trump and Biden trade insults in chaotic debate. Investors gain 54 billion naira as stock market rises further. Quadri, only African at ITTF World Finals. Stay with us as we bring you the details after this timeout. Welcome back, and now the news in details. Nigeria at 60, federal government shuts down federal secretariat commencing today. The federal government has resolved to close down the federal secretariat complex phases 1 to 3 from today this afternoon because of an event marking the 60th independence of the country scheduled to hold at the Eagle Square on Thursday. The head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Folashade Yemieson, disclosed this in a circular dated September 29, 2020, entitled Closure of Federal Secretariat Phases 1 to 3 today, September 30th, 2020 at 2 p.m. The circular was addressed to all permanent secretaries and chief executive officers of ministries, departments and agencies operating from the three complexes. As part of activities marking the anniversary, a Guard of Honor anniversary parade is scheduled for the Eagle Square in Abuja. The venue is located in between the high-rise federal secretariat complexes, hence the need to close them for security reasons. The circular read, as you are aware, one of the major activities marking the celebration of the 60th independence anniversary of Nigeria is taking place in the Eagle Square on October 1st, 2020. Consequently, the federal secretariat phases 1 to 3 would be required to close for official businesses with effect from 2 p.m. today, September 30th, 2020. And now moving forward, APC seeks support for El-Rufai panel on Ekiti crisis. The caretaker Extraordinary National Convention Planning Committee of the All Progressives Congress has urged party members in Ekiti State to support the newly inaugurated Governor Nasir El-Rufai-led reconciliation panel to achieve its objective of reconciling feuding party members. This appeal was contained in a statement titled Ekiti APC, El-Rufai, Wase, Okorocha, Marwa, others lead reconciliation process, signed by the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the APC, Yakini Nabena, in Abuja on Tuesday. He said in line with the mandate of the APC Caretaker Committee and the President's admonition to party members to support amicable and rancor-free settlement of internal party disputes, we call on our esteemed party members and leaders in Ekiti State to approach the Governor Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai-led Reconciliation Committee with all issues so as to achieve amicable settlement in the state chapter. The Governor Maimala Buni-led National Caretaker Committee of the APC on Monday appointed a 6-member high-level reconciliation committee to resolve the crisis in the Ekiti State chapter of the party. The committee, which has Kaduna State Governor Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai as chairman and Mr. Ini Morgan as secretary, was inaugurated by the secretary of the APC Caretaker Committee, Senator John Akpanu Doe Bahe, as the party's national secretariat in Abuja on Monday. And now in another development, Abiodun pledges to clear workers' outstanding entitlements. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun says he will pay all outstanding entitlements of workers in the state. Abiodun made a pledge on Tuesday at the swearing-in of new permanent secretaries, principals general, and head teachers general at the governor's office, Okemosa, in Abeokuta. The governor described the workers and pensioners as co-builders, saying they had contributed their quota to the advancement of the state and deserved to be taken care of. They say their administration will not deny them of the rewards of their meritorious hard work. They have all worked and contributed their quota to the continued development of their dear state. Also, they have cleared the backlogs of promotions of over 10,000 personnel in the education industry, the governor noted. Abiodun added that the state would soon clear the backlogs of workers for 2018, 2019 and 2020 promotion exercises. While congratulating the new appointees, Abiodun says their appointments were testament to their past records and a challenge to do more in the service. And now coming from around Africa, in Kenya, Kenyatta visits Paris to sign major contracts. After receiving the French president in March last year, Kenya's leader Uhuru Kenyatta is on a visit to Paris. The president will meet his French counterpart Emmanuel Macron at the LC Palace. Kenyatta, who would be accompanied by 5 ministers, is expected to attend a public investment bank conference and meet with French employers. They will also sign several PPP agreements in water infrastructure and energy. A major road contract worth 1.6 billion euros piloted with Vinci is expected to be signed. This will be the Kenyan leader's first trip post-COVID-19 pandemic, which saw his country's airspace closed for both domestic and international flights. The 5-day visit is seen by many as an effort for Kenya, East Africa's biggest economy, to ramp up its bilateral relations. In March 2019, Emmanuel Macron visited Kenya, the first official trip by a French head of state to Kenya since independence. The two presidents were committed to several infrastructure projects. Despite a very strong Chinese presence in the Kenyan economy, France has said it is attracted by Kenya, whose growth has propelled it in a decade into the club of middle-income countries. And still from around Africa, now to South Africa, township presidents lose illegal power connections. Residents of the Deep Sloot Township, Johannesburg, South Africa, has no electricity, so most of them are forced to install illegal light and rods to be able to live with power. But the authorities have, however, now come to check out these illegal electricity connections. Eskom technicians were in Deep Sloot on Tuesday morning to remove illegal electricity connections. It said that it was trying to clamp down on people siphoning power from the grid as it battled to keep up with demand. Residents of the township are unhappy. Mary Gosamodiga is one. Since 2008, to avoid a blackout and a network collapse, Eskom South Africa introduced a concept of load shedding. As demand increased and power needs in the country grows, the South African Electricity Public Utility has implemented at least a 4-hour daily cut in enforcement of its load shedding. South Africa has been experiencing rampant power cuts due to breakdowns of aging power plants. The country currently uses over 30,000 megawatts of electricity daily generated from coal-powered stations. President Cyril Ramaphosa has said he is committed to expanding the country's electricity generation by an additional 11,800 megawatts to drive economic growth and reduce carbon emissions. Right now, we're taking a break, and when we return, we shall be looking at updates from the United States. Stay with us.
Nigeria at 60. A call for global action. Join Professor Johnson Suleiman in a special live studio session as he addresses and calls for renewed vigor towards nation building.
We're going to be speaking to Nigeria. We're going to be speaking to bad leadership and stopping their operations. All of us are going to be on a fast. Everybody.
Together with one voice, a sustainable and effective democracy is attainable. As we join this cause as Christians, we do so readily observing a fast. Date, Thursday, 1st October 2020. Time, 7 a.m. GMT+1. Nigeria at 60 with Apostle Johnson Suleiman. Exclusive to Celebration TV.
Welcome back. Presidential debate update: Trump and Biden trade insults in chaotic debate. President Donald Trump and his challenger Joe Biden have fiercely clashed in one of the most chaotic and rancorous White House debates in years. Amid angry shouting and name-calling, the two fought over the pandemic, white supremacy, and the economy during the 90-minute forum in Cleveland, Ohio. Mr. Biden called the president a clown and told him to shut up. Mr. Trump brought up drug use by his rival's son. Opinion polls suggest Mr. Biden has a steady single-digit lead over Mr. Trump, but the 35 days until election day, surveys from several important states show a closer contest. And polls also suggest 1 in 10 Americans have yet to make up their mind who to vote for. But analysts say Tuesday night's debate, the first of 3, probably would not make much difference. And now more updates, this time around from Australia. Extra facility opened for planes grounded by COVID-19. An aircraft storage facility in Central Australia is now so full that its owners have had to seek out more space. Many carriers haven't had enough passengers to justify flying during the pandemic and have opted to store their planes. Asia Pacific Airlines Storage is storing 94 planes at Alice Springs and will store more in southeast Queensland. Analysts say it is a sign of how difficult conditions have become for airlines. Singapore Airlines and Cathay Pacific, as well as their subsidiaries, are storing planes in Alice Springs, ours are Fiji Air and Cebu Pacific. Asia Pacific Airlines Storage has an additional 16 slots on site, but they are already booked with existing customers. The site has become a local landmark in the remote town of about 25,000 people. The company has plans to expand the facility from its current 110 slots to accommodate 160 to 200 aircraft. Until the expansion is ready, Apex needs to find extra space elsewhere. To manage some additional storage requirements, we have started to store some aircraft at World Camp in Toowoomba, Tom Vincent, the company's managing director, told the BBC. At the moment, there are only 2 planes at the new facility in southeast Queensland, but more are due to arrive this week. And now to the world of business. Investors gain 54 billion naira as stock market rises further. The equity market sustained its positive outlook on Tuesday for the 7th trading session as the Nigerian Stock Exchange All-Share Index rose further by 0.39%. Market watchers attributed the development to sustained confidence as bargain hunters leveraged undervalued stocks. The market bread closed on a positive note with 16 gainers against 11 losers. The ASI gained 104.12 basis points or 0.39% to close at 26,611.96 as against the 26,507.84 recorded the previous day. The market capitalization of equities appreciated by 54 billion naira to close at 13.91 trillion naira from 13.85 trillion naira as market sentiment remained in the green zone. A turnover of 413.10 million shares traded in 4,681 deals was recorded in the day's trading. The premium subsector was the most active, measured by turnover volume, of course, with 208.65 million shares exchanged by investors in 2,171 deals. Volume in the subsector was largely driven by trading activities on the shares of the United Bank for Africa PLC and Zenith Bank PLC. The banking subsector was boosted by trading activities on the shares of Sterling Bank PLC and Guarantee Trust Bank PLC, with a turnover of 122.34 million shares in 602 deals. And now, still on business, NEC issues order suspending tariff hike for 14 days. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission on Tuesday night issued an order suspending the September 1st, 2020 hike in electricity tariffs for 14 days. Labor unions and the federal government had reached a truce on Sunday night to reverse the hike in electricity tariffs for 14 days, a development that prompted the halt of a nationwide strike by labor. Power distributors had on Monday and earlier on Tuesday said that no order concerning the matter had been received from the regulator. Sources at the Commission had confirmed earlier in the day that an order might come from the regulator on Tuesday night. The regulator issued the order NEC 209-2020 around 10:30 p.m. on Tuesday, describing the regulatory instrument as NEC Order on Suspension of the Multi-Year Tariff Order 2024, the electricity distribution licenses. The Commission said this order shall take effect from 28 September 2020 and shall cease to have effect on the 11th of October 2020. The Commission had approved a new tariff for power distributors that took effect from September 1st, 2020, but this was resisted by labor unions and most power users. However, in its latest order, the NEC said the September 1st, 2020 increase in tariff had to be suspended for 14 days based on the agreement between the federal government and the labor unions. Right now, we're taking another break, and when we return, it shall be news stories from the world of sports. So do well to stay with us.
Invigorating presence of grace, a people passionate for the kingdom. Get ready for an unforgettable moment that births dreams. International Youth Conference 2020, Pleasing God, from the 6th to the 8th October 2020, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily at the International Worship Center, Omedufa Ministries, Kilometer 132 Benino Kene Abuja Expressway, Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. Ministering Pastor Austin Igbinosa.
Nothing brings reduction like seduction. Sir, if they can seduce you, they can reduce you.
Reverend Fidelis Ayemuba.
How will you feel to know that you lost your virginity for Nokia 3310, and that today 3310 is like Ichabod, the glory has departed?
Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman. For inquiries, please call. It's time to please God.
Welcome back. Still on News Desk, and now from the world of sports, Quadri, only African at ITTF World Finals. Nigerian Africa's #1 table tennis player Aruna Quadri has been listed as the only African to feature in the year-ending 2020 ITTF Finals scheduled to hold between November 19 and 22nd in China. Quadri, currently ranked 20th in the world, made the list after world number 10 Germany's Timo Boll and number 17 Japan's Mizutani Jun pulled out of the event. Liang Jingku, number 8 and 12 ranked Wang Xungjin, both from China, are also unavailable for the event. The 2020 ITTF Finals is contested by the 16th highest ranked players in the world. The Nigerian is expected to be in top form for the competition after being one of the only 2 Africans to compete at the ITTF Men's World Cup alongside Egypt's Saleh Ahmed, who is the current African champion. And now in another sports news, Dortmund rejects Man United's €100 million offer for Sancho. Manchester United's first formal bid to bring Jadon Sancho back to the Premier League, worth up to €100 million, has been rejected by Borussia Dortmund, Sky reports. And Sancho, 20, has been a long-term transfer target for United as they look to build on finishing 3rd in the Premier League last season and reaching the semi-finals of the Europa League, FA Cup and League Cup. The England international joined Dortmund from Manchester City for a reported €10 million 3 years ago, but has shown in the Bundesliga to become one of European football's brightest talents. The offer was for an initial €73 million, rising up to €91.3 million, which fell short of Dortmund's €108 million valuation. The German Giants have insisted that Sancho will remain in the Bundesliga for another season after United failed to agree on a deal by Dortmund's deadline of August 10. And that's the size of the news for today from News Desk on Celebration TV. But just in case you missed out, here is a recap of the headlines. On Nigeria at 60, federal government shuts down federal secretariat from Wednesday, which happens to be today. In Kenya, Kenyatta visits Paris to sign major contracts. In presidential debate, Trump and Biden trade insults in chaotic debate. Investors gain 54 billion naira as stock market rises further. Quadri, only African at ITTF World Finals. And now to the photo of the day. With the new day comes new strength and new thought. Of course, with every new day comes new strength, new thoughts, new ideas, and it is left to you to utilize it to the best. Now, do not forget, tomorrow being 1st of October, the Restoration Apostle, Professor Johnson Suleiman, would be live on Celebration TV, 7 a.m. GMT +1 as Nigeria clocks 60. So do well to stay connected to Celebration TV. Also, we will be having this streamed on our social media platforms and via our other online streaming platforms. So do well to follow us, do well to stay connected. On Facebook, we are Celebration TV. On Instagram, My Celebration TV. On Twitter, at My Celebration TV. And on YouTube, Celebration TV. Like we will always say, the continuous transformation of our society is a collective responsibility of all. So no matter the office you hold, as a nation's president, a thought leader, an opinion molder, a character builder, a professional, or as a person pursuing a passion, you have a duty to give your all to making the society a better place for us and the generations to come. So play your part and do it with all diligence. I am Comfort James, and it is many thanks for watching.
To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2019.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross of
All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun.
Nigeria at 60, a call for global action.